1, which is sketch the graph of piecewise function. When you have a piecewise function, you have two or more pieces. In this case, we have two pieces. So the first thing you want to do is you want to make a table for piece number 1. Because the domain of this piece or this function, you have to include values which are less than 0. So we create a table, and our rule that we will follow will be y equals x squared. In the table, we will input x's and determine the output of y. We start off with a 0 because the domain is supposedly less than 0. And then we input some values for x like -1, -2, -3, and so on. Because 0 is not technically included, we will take, and what I like to do is put a circle around this particular point so that when I graph it, I know that that point will be an open point. So in my graphing, I know the shape of the graph will be a quadratic or a curved line, not a straight line. So taking the points from my table, I plot, and I see that the first point is at the origin, and it was not included according to the description of the domain, so I will keep it open. For my second piece, I have a radical equation. In this case, the domain will be values starting with 0, including 0, and bigger. So I created a table for this piece. My first value will be the 0. It is included, so I will not circle it, and then I put in a few more values. Notice the values of the domain that I've chosen. Because I'm taking the square root of my input, I have chosen values which give me a nice square root, such as the square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3, and so on. And that concludes the procedure for graphing a piecewise function. Just be careful when it's a less than, always circle that particular point so you don't forget to keep it open on your graph.